Imagine learning as a kindergartner in Cleveland, Ohio, that you were adopted from Ireland, then holding on to that secret in the hope of tracking down your birth mother for 60 years. This week on our true crime podcast, Dark Side of the Land, Jen Pachano takes you inside this local woman's story of dark discoveries at a mother and baby home in Dublin and the journey to find her birth mother before it was too late.
I was stolen from my mother and sold to America to a couple in Cleveland, Ohio. And that's where my story started. Your story started.
Marie Wydra knew for most of her life that she wasn't like the other kids in her neighborhood. She discovered her mother was one of thousands of unwed pregnant women sent to mother and baby homes in Ireland for decades, forced to give up their children and atone for what were deemed mortal sins. Marie learned from her adoptive mother here in Cleveland that she was one of those babies. So when did you start asking a few more questions about who you really were and where you came from?
Not till I was older. From that point on, though, from the time I was 5 and I knew I had a mother and it wasn't her, I lived for her. I wanted to be the best that I could be, and I, in my very innocent, childlike mind, thought she was going to come and get me and save me.
Marie was heartbroken to find out the cruelty and shame her mother and thousands like her endured. Babies torn from their mother's arms and thousands who didn't survive. Marie and her daughter, fueled by these discoveries, journeyed to Ireland to track down her family, her birth mother, only to find out she was still alive and living in Cleveland.
Hello.
Good to see you.
How are you? What is that? She's good to see you.
Yeah, all right.
I'm Marie.
Jen Pachano, 19 News.
And Marie is one of just a few dozen Irish children who ended up here in Cleveland through U.S. Catholic Charities, from the tens of thousands born to mother and baby homes. You can listen to Dark Side of the Land now wherever you get your podcast to hear how Marie found her mother and what else was going on in Ireland and here in the U.S. that kept them apart for so many years.